Sexy, okay. Oh. Oh. Wrecking ball? Okay, wrecking ball? Wrecking ball? 아침 여러분, Tony입니다. Good morning everyone, it's Tony. So continuing off on their time series, the ladies of GFRIEND 여자친구 are back with their full album titled Walpurgis Night, with their title track being titled MAGO. I am very excited for this. This is building off of Crossroads as well as Apple, which we both have reacted to, and if you want to go check out that or any of my other reactions to any other GFRIEND idol covers, projects, including Labyrinth, I believe, you can find that all linked in the description box in the playlist in the GFRIEND playlist. If you want to go check it out, be greatly appreciated. But with that being said, I haven't actually seen the teasers for MAGO, but if it's anything building off of Apple, I'm really liking the direction they went in both musically and visually, and it does, I feel, kind of like suit the group a bit better than this kind of like a little bit more saddening vibe that I got from Crossroads. So I'm very excited for it, and hopefully this lives up to all the hype that I think I've been hearing from you guys. So without further ado, guys, let's get into it. This is GFRIEND's MAGO. Junbi, ready? She check. Alrighty, let's go. My volume really loud? A little. Ooh, I like the suit outfit. I like the suit concept. Ooh. Okay, so they're building off this kind of like retro vibe that a lot of K-pop groups are going with, but it has a bit of like a kind of like more Miami Vice feel with like the synth kind of like auto-tune effect here. Pretty cool. Oh, very okay. Oh, okay. Jeez, that's a nice outfit. Very pretty. She has a really nice voice, really kind of like unique, a little like raspy at point, but like it's kind of like high pitched at the same time. So it's like a bit of a softer kind of sensual tone to it. It's pretty cool. Nice voice, and I like how she has blonde hair in this comeback. Alright, you get it? That was nice. That was cool. I like so far the beat that they're going with. It's a lot more upbeat, more vibrant, and kind of just poppier than in contrast to Crossroads and Apple. It's not like taking as much time to like kind of lead up into like the more vibrancy part that they usually have in their songs. I like it. I really like it. Ooh, pink hair. Ooh, yo, this is just like reconfirming why I love this group a lot. Like everybody's has amazing vocals. Ooh. Oh, I don't know why, but it has kind of like this like retro share vibe to it. I don't know what it is, but it has a really nice nostalgic beat to it. It has like this techno-y vibe to it, but it has this like late night evening vibe to the whole entire thing, and I love how it's kind of like reinforced this idea with like the visuals of this like retro club vibe. I really like it, and the Ooh. I love how they included these higher tone voices in the song. So at first in the chorus you have her in the background while we have, I believe, like most likely this has to be YUJU, because I think she hits the highest notes of the group. So you have that, and then you also have, I can't remember her name. I know she is quite like important in the songwriting aspect, but you also have her like higher tone voice in it. So like there's a nice contrast being put in between, and it kind of like adds this like more dynamic feel to the chorus. Ooh, that was a nice high note. Go. And then you come back to like a bit of a deeper voice. Okay. So I like how they continuously change. They're going from higher tone voice to lower tone voice, higher tone, lower tone. So you're constantly having this like dichotomy duality. So even though the beat's changing and the beat's kind of like staying the same at the same time, depending on where you at, if it's a verse or chorus, it still feels very new and different because you haven't heard this voice go right after the other voice. Ooh, they picked up the tempo here. That's pretty cool. Sexy, okay. I really want to say this is YUJU. That's purely because I feel like the highest notes are being reached by her, and I know YUJU to be the high note one, so I have a feeling it's YUJU. Really pretty, really pretty. Oh. Jeez, yo, this is by far my favorite GFRIEND comeback so far. This is awesome. This is like everything I love to hear in a song. It has that nostalgic vibe to it. It has that poppy vibe to it, but more importantly, it has these amazing vocals and just amazing visuals too. It's all the whole package. This group is the whole package. I can definitely see why Big Hit has them right now. Jeez, yo, whoever this is really had to practice hard for this, because I really am impressed by their pole dancing. No lie, like pole dancing, people take it as something very sexy and sensual, kind of like erotic at the same time, but it's also very much a physically demanding kind of like dance style, and it's very, very impressive. Like what she's doing, like it requires a lot of upper body strength. The MAGO effect kind of feels almost like an echoey effect. I like how they're kind of like using multiple voices layered on top of one another to create this like echoey effect in some portions. Like in the actual pre-chorus, they have this part like yeah. It's just it's the same person or it's like one individual different voice going and they kind of like reuse the same idea of like this echoey effect throughout the song. It's very nice and kind of like adds a different like flavor to the song. MAGO. So even here, you have two kind of like higher pitched voices, I would say, but they sound very different. Here, she sounds a bit more nasally, so it has a bit more of like a kind of like younger type of sound to it, in contrast to the last person who did it. So even here, they're playing around with line distribution and who's doing what and who's doing where, and it's still very nice of a song, and everybody's just showing off those really crispy, nice vocals. Still, but my favorite though. Her. I really want to say it's YUJU, but I don't know all the members, unfortunately. Wait, it could be SINB actually. I don't know. Somebody has to let me know, please. Ooh. Oh wait, no, that's YUJU. I'm almost positive now that's YUJU. I just thought about it. This is most likely YUJU. I don't know. Somebody has to please let me know in the comments. Oh. Like even the effects that they gave it, like the bright lights, like saturated with light kind of filter on top of it, very kind of like old school TV-esque. I love this little detail that they put into it. Really kind of like fortifies and reinforces this idea of like this old 70s disco-y vibe era. Love it. Oh. Wrecking Ball? Okay, Wrecking Ball? Wrecking Ball? you don't notice it, but like throughout the song there are these high notes and they're like being very kind of like deliberate on them. You don't hear them just because you got so used to hearing just like their regular tone. It's like very just a bit higher than their actual regular singing tone, but it's something just similar to like this. You hear it's like regular, like that part. Everybody has had kind of like a section kind of like that where they're doing a bit of a higher tone, but because we got so conditioned in a way to hearing their voices throughout the song being kind of this like higher pitch, you don't notice it. But it's really impressive, these high notes that they're hitting without really being realizing it. I love these little like flares that they're showing. Tick tock. It's like a girls' night out. It's like fits perfectly that like vibe that you get. Really impressed by this. Really impressed. So guys, this was my reaction to MAGO by GFRIEND. By far my favorite comeback so far by GFRIEND that I've seen. Awesome song, very vibrant, very poppy, but most importantly it has some really nice kind of like nostalgic vibes to it and a very nice catchy tone to it, and it just allows everybody to show off these amazing vocals that they have. Because in Crossroads, I think in particular, I wasn't too fond of just the beat and just like the slow tempo of it. And Apple kind of like picked it up, brought it back to something I think a bit more like appealing to my personal taste, as well just in terms of like just sound and everything. It was very nice, but it still was, I felt like, lacking something. Here, I think that they really put the whole package in together and just really kind of just showed what they have, and it's awesome to see this like different style. So you had Crossroads, which is a bit slower, more emotional, very kind of like sad song. You go to Apple, a bit more vibrant, a bit more poppy, but it's still very kind of like vocal intensive. Here you have a very poppy song, very retro, and at the same time still showing off these like different nuances to their voices and showing different styles of like just how they can sing, if they can like layer their voices on top of another, create like a similar echo effect in how they bounce off one of each other's voices, creating like these different tones and different pitches. Really awesome, really amazing. I absolutely loved everything here, and the dancing in particular, just props off to whoever ended up doing the pole dancing and stuff like that. Big props to them. And overall this choreo was very kind of like retro-esque, 70s-esque. Love the aspect of like having to reinforce these ideas of everything like from 70s to retro disco. Absolutely loved it. Awesome. And if you haven't checked it already, my other GFRIEND reactions, I highly recommend that you go check those out. Also, if you want, I'll leave them all linked in the GFRIEND playlist down below. Be greatly appreciated if you go check out a video. But with that being said, you should definitely go check out MAGO if you haven't checked it already. Awesome song, guys. So without further ado, thank you so much for watching. 감사합니다. And as always, if you have any comments, questions, or something you want to talk about, free leave in the comment section below, and I'll get to it as soon as possible. With that being said, guys, this has been Tony. 안녕히 계세요. Goodbye, and I'll see you in the next video.